Know that the okay, so we know that design thinking is around user, but does user really help us to solve our problem? Let's discuss in my room.
Thank you, Fardeen, the creator of Maturity Builder and Rigor Builder. Over to you, Deepak.
Those who want to know how design thinking would help us in our day-to-day life, and if we can have a great discussion, so please come to my room.
Thank you, Deepak. Over to you, Gautam.
Yeah, as we all know that design thinking has 5 steps. Okay, and I believe that many among you already know what is design thinking because we had already discussed in previous history. Yeah, in my room we will trying to implement the design thinking and the 5 steps. Okay, by trying to firstly we will find one problem on which we can work, and after that we will implement the 5 steps. So if you want to do it, please join my room.
Thank you, Gautam. Good to see you pitching this time. Yeah, over to you, Samida.
Hi everyone, I have a problem statement for you people. How could you use design thinking to speak better in an LDI or a Socratic dialogue? I went through the experience, I was unable to articulate well and Tarun kept scolding me. So that was like a process of learning through errors. And that is also what we apply for every day in our design thinking for any kind of aspect in our life to improve, whether it is for users or it is for ourselves. So whoever wants to discuss this more can come to my room.
Wow, that's a wonderful pitch. Looks like there's a lot of interest around this one. Thank you, Samida. Over to you, Harsh.
So I have used design thinking in a lot of my projects since a long time. But when I came to deep thought, I learned multiple different hacks and multiple different approaches to problems. And after going through the design thinking questionnaire, the Socratic questionnaire, I realized how I can implement these hacks, these little techniques, these little learnings into design thinking and into beyond just my projects and into daily problems and daily, uh, tasks and daily, basically everything that I tackle. So how about you come to my room and, we can discuss these little hacks that I'm talking about.
Thank you, Harsh. Over to you, Arjun.
Good evening, everyone. So,
Arjun, could you hold your mic closer, please?
My bad. Good evening, everyone. As we all know, that design thinking is, a very recent and a very dynamic concept. As
Arjun, it's not audible.
Okay, give me 2 minutes, all right?
Okay, no problem.
Is it audible now?
Awesome. Please go ahead.
Okay. So, good evening, everyone. As you know, that design thinking is.
Hey, is it audible? People, is it audible?
Yes, it's audible.
Very hazy.
No.
Okay, Arjun, come back to you in a minute.
Yeah.
We'll go to Nitin and come back to you in a minute. Please sort it. Yeah, Nitin, please go ahead.
Like as Tarun said, right? How do we iteratively evolve our processes, right? How can we fire bullets before firing cannonballs, right? In an innovative setup, right? Experimentation is crucial, right? Because bullets can sink a ship, whereas bullets need not necessarily sink a ship, but cannonballs can, right? So how do you iterate and evolve, right? We can discuss regarding this in my view.
Thank you, Nitin. How do you fire your bullets and test your idea before you fire the cannons and sink the ship? Is what Nitin is saying. Thank you, Nitin. Over to you, Saubik.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. We have, in the last ST, we have learned about design thinking. Let's get again on it. Whether we learned it correct or not, we'll be playing a game and we'll be sharing our doubts and we'll be exchanging the solution too. Please come in my room for knowing it.
Okay, he promises you a game. He promises you a reality check of you understood it properly. And he promises you a lot of fun. Thank you, Saubik. Over to you, Tushar.
Most of the high-value problems are usually complex and ill-defined. But what if you had a framework that had your back? How could you use design thinking to smoothly deal with problems and solve them and make your life easy? Let us explore that in my room.
Thank you, Tushar. Frameworks to define your problems carefully. That sounds interesting. Over to you, Raman.
Hello, everyone. Divergence and convergence are two critical modes of thinking in design thinking process, right? So where does these divergence and convergence plays an important role in our daily work? So if you want to know more about it, you can join my room.
Okay, Ishan, your hand went down. Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Raman. Over to you, Deepti.
No, it's still up.
Oh, okay. Over to you, Deepti.
What if you could think like Marie Curie and Picasso at the same time? You would become an unstoppable force. If you want to become such an unstoppable force, if you want to learn how to become such an unstoppable force, please come to my room.
Wow, that's an explosive pitch. Thank you, Deepti. Over to you, Harsh.
Design thinking can be used to solve the challenges of community building by understanding the needs and motivation of the user and creating a user-centric solution that fosters engagement and participation. So to discuss this topic, join my room.
Thank you, Harsh, for promising an exciting discussion on community-oriented approach. Yeah, over to you, Saurav.
When we talk about design thinking, it is as much scientific as it can be. And when we talk about science, data is must be there. So I learned it hard way in my 8 months of journey within deep thought. And now I'm taking my own challenges with data science. And I want to explore the same with you all. So to explore, please come to my room. Thank you.
Thank you, Saurav. Over to you, Omaditya.
Yeah, hello everyone. In my room, we will discuss if the problems faced by the users are really a problem or just a facade. So please join my room.
Thank you, Omaditya. Over to you, Shana.
Hello, everyone. So, you know how design thinking is rather a scientific and a artistic method of solving problems. So if you want to know how we can solve business problems using these methods, using design thinking method in a more scientific and more artistic way, do join my room.
Thank you, Shana. Over to you, Swanand.
Hello everyone. So as we have like discussed, design thinking has three aspects: experimentation, empathy, and iterations. So if you want to know how we can implement these three aspects in the problem solving, please join my room. Thank you.
Thank you, Swanand. Over to you, Amrit.
Yeah. So one of the concept in design thinking is iteration, right? Or we can say fail early, fail fast, and improve, right? And we can also say like a kind of tail event, right? So let's find out in my room what is tail event and what is this concept of iteration.
Okay, the concept of iteration. Thank you, Amrit. Over to you, Akansha.
Hi everyone. So in my room, we will discuss the product is never perfect, but how we continuously work towards it and make it perfect. So exactly like Amrit said, it is through continuous iteration how we achieve and make user friendly. So that's what we'll discuss now. Thank you.
Thank you, Akansha. Over to you, Mithali.
Hello everyone. To explore about how problems can be solved using the double diamond approach, as well as in the design thinking process, as well as understanding the importance of experimentation in the process, you guys can join me.
Okay. Thank you for the double diamond approach, Mithali. Over to you, Aditya.
So as software developers, we often have to learn new technologies, and these technologies might not be very familiar to us. So by using design thinking, we put the user at the center of the development process. To know more, join my room.
Thank you, Aditya. Over to you, Riddhi.
To understand how can we clearly define our problem statement such that it actually gives a very clear idea on what we're working on, please join my room.
Okay. Thank you, Riddhi. Over to you, Hinglaj. You're on mute, Hinglaj.
Sorry. So what is design thinking and what are the 9 steps by Stanford University for the design thinking? And you want to know why even iPhone follow the design thinking process so rigorously that they took like 6 months to reform the curvature of their phone. To know more about this, please join my room.
Thank you, Hinglaj. Over to you, Samita.
So
While taking part in last week's Socratic dialogue or writing the pitch for Socratic dialogue, you all must have picked up some concepts, right? Fundamental concepts. So please join my room if you want to discuss more and understand this fundamental concepts by some examples or real life incidents. If anybody interested, please come to my room.
Thank you, Samita. Over to you, Ishan.
Hi guys. So I want to discuss about the things. First thing is, if you want to understand the problem, you need to think like someone is facing the problem, and if you want to understand what someone is facing and what are the problems he's facing, you need to apply some of the design thinking techniques like empathy. With empathy, you can combine compassion. So if you want to know how you can combine empathy and compassion to understand the problem better, you can join me. Let's have an interactive discussion.
Thank you, Ishan. Over to you, Naveen.
Hi everyone. We all know that data is the new oil. We at Unique Biotech produce a lot of data and handle data like anything else. So can we apply design thinking principles while using data at large quantities? How do we empathize with the users, right? You show them a bunch of data, like just plain data, and they're gonna go mad at it. So how can we apply design thinking principles to data, especially how can we empathize with our users, ideate, define our problems, prototype, test, and most importantly, how can we get the feedback channel into the whole this thing and make it a circle?
That's a wonderful intersection of data and design, Naveen. Thank you for that. Amal, you've pitched already? Over to you, Amal.
Yeah. So in the last 2 semesters, I have already worked on 2 design thinking projects. So if you want to know my journey, do join me.
Okay, straightforward. Over to you, Sanchi.
So we know that design thinking plays an essential part in our problem statement. So what are the processes of design thinking and how do we use that processes in our problem statements? Let's discuss together in my room. Even I don't know much about implementation of design thinking. So I would like to discuss together and learn together.
Sure. Hope everyone has a good discussion with Sanchi. Over to you, Sabina.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Design thinking is a creative approach that puts the user at the center in the design process. So design thinking involves 5 key stages. In my room, we will discuss the integration of the design thinking in our project and the key stages.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Sabina. Over to you, Hari.
Hi guys. We are living in an era of data glorification. With n number of data gathered each and every day, each minute, each second. So data-driven decision making is a very important skill to have, not just for us data scientists, but for every professional. So design thinking is a very powerful concept. We all know that. How about collaborating data-driven decision making along with design thinking? We'll discuss more on this topic. If you're interested, we'll meet in the room.
Sure. Hope a lot of people are interested, Hari. Hope you have fun. Thank you for pitching. Over to you, Ganesh.
Okay, to practically implement design thinking, we need to start by creating a cross-functional team with diverse set of skills. So how do we create cross-functional teams with the existing team members? How do we find their diverse set of skills and create cross-functional teams within our own organization? If you want to know, join my room.
Okay, that's a very interesting perspective, Ganesh. Usually you give us notes, but today you're giving us a nice pitch. Thank you for that. Yeah. Usually Ganesh is the one who gives notes of everybody's pitch in the chat. Yeah. Over to you, Gaurav.
Hello everyone. So if you want to know what are the processes that takes place into finding the root of a problem, and when can we confirm that we have found the root of the problem? If you want to know more, you can join my room.
Sure. Hope you have a great experience doing root cause analysis, which is a very critical part of design thinking. Thank you for that, Gaurav. Over to you, Likita.
Hello, everyone.
we know that defining the problem is one of the most crucial steps in design thinking. Like it involves clearly identifying and understanding the issues for us to be on the same page of our client. So in order to discuss more, please join my room.
Thank you, Likita, for picking a very important aspect of design thinking. I'm sure a lot of us have problems of articulation. Hope they find it useful. Over to you, Aryan.
By the previous pages, you might have heard of the basic concepts of design thinking, and you have already experienced rigor builder and maturity builder. So do you just want to learn from these Stanford level design concepts, or do you want to apply those concepts to create your own design thinking frameworks? If you do want to, then you can join my room, and in the end, we'll also initiate a secret initiation.
Okay, so the youngest intern of the deep thought ecosystem is like, if you want to learn design thinking, go to the other rooms. If you want to create your own design thinking, come to my room. Wow, that was an explosive pitch. Thank you for that, Aryan. Now will Tanya, have you pitched already? No, yeah, Tanya, over to you.
Yeah, so design thinking is about creative problem solving, taking in the mind consideration for the customers. If you want to know how you can satisfy your client companies, like I have been trying to do since the last few days, please join my room.
Thank you, Tanya. Over to you, Yaksh.
Hello everyone, we want to know how beautiful this process called iteration is, and how to take that one baby step to create something really exciting, and how the final model in the creator organics took the final shape after 50% plus iteration. Let's discuss it.
Wow, that's a real life case study you're giving for iteration. Thank you for that, Yaksh. I'm sure that'd be exciting. I also request all of you to record your discussions. I'm sure there'll be good perspectives coming in. I request all the participants to record the audio at least, so that we can once you record the audio, you can always convert it to text later, right? So that should be useful. Now who's not pitched? Logu, yeah, over to you. Logu and Nishant, I think, are left. Riddhi, have you pitched already? Yes, okay. I think Logu and Nishant are the only ones left, right?
I think Arjun is also there.
Sorry?
Arjun is also there.
Yeah, correct. Arjun.
Yeah.
Logu can go in and.
Yeah, how can we sort out users' problem in an iteration manner by using design? Come to my room, we will discuss about.
Okay. Thank you, Logu. Over to you, Nishant.
If you want to learn whether you understand that you have satisfied your customers or you have found a solution to a problem statement, come join my room and let's have a discussion and let's share our opinion.
Okay. Thank you, Nishant. And I think that's a 4-on-4 from Invictus Engineers today. Amazing, guys. Good to see you guys coming in with enthusiasm. Over to you, Arjun.
Good evening. Is the audio clear?
Yes.
Thank God. So good evening, everyone. And design thinking is a very dynamic way of approaching any kind of situation or any kind of problem. And I think in order to discuss a concept like this, I suggest that we start with the discussion, obviously, and we take it into a Socratic style of questioning. We question each other and we find loopholes in whatever things we come up with.
Okay. Thank you, Arjun. We're opening the rooms now. We're opening the rooms now.
Tarun, I haven't pitched it.
Oh, Balaji, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Balaji, please go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. To know how choosing being efficient than being effective is important, and what exactly the design thinking plays a crucial role in this. To know much more details, to join my room.
Sure. Thank you, Balaji. We're opening the rooms, and all the participants, please make sure you have a track of the root behaviors, right? I'm sure you'll have a lot of root behaviors. You can keep a track of the root behaviors and submit them, right? So I'm opening the rooms now. You guys can feel free to go to the rooms of your choice. If there are more than 2 people in one room, we might randomly allocate people to another room to make sure that every room has good participation. I repeat, you might be randomly allocated to another room if the room already has more than 2 people, to encourage participation in all rooms, right? Hope you guys have a lot of fun. happy design thinking, the rooms are now open.
Around more than 2 people is, you are saying that one is moderator and one is, or two
Exactly.
is like, means only 2 people in whole room,
Two
including
or
moderator.
three.
Okay.
अभी ratio बढ़ रही है, I mean ratio improve हो रही है. We have more leaders in the ecosystem.